Good evening, sir. My name is Chalid Palindo. First is the purpose of the advanced ruling system in Philippine customs and its contribution to trade facilitation. The advanced ruling system in Philippine customs aims to provide importers, exporters, and other stakeholders with a binding decision on specific customs matters, such as tariff classification, valuation, or rules of origin prior to the importation or exportation of goods. This promotes transparency, consistency, and predictability, which are critical for trade facilitation. By reducing uncertainty and disputes at the border, it expedites clearance processes, minimizes costs, and strengthens compliance with customs regulations. Second is the difference between advanced rulings and classification and valuation. Advanced ruling on classification determines the correct harmonized system code for goods or HS code, which affects the applicable duties and taxes. Advanced ruling on valuation provides a predetermined method for assessing the customs value of goods, ensuring consistent application of valuation rules. Third is validity period of an advanced ruling and its implications. An advanced ruling is typically valid for 3 years from its issuance unless revoked or amended. This validity period provides businesses with a stable framework for planning imports or exports. However, its validity can be affected by changes in legislation, trade agreements, or material inaccuracies in the application. Fourth is the legal and operational benefits of obtaining an advance ruling. First, the legal benefits. It provides binding assurance from the Bureau of Customs regarding specific customs matters, reducing legal disputes. Second is the operational benefits. Enhances supply chain efficiency by ensuring faster customs clearance and reducing administrative delays. Fifth is the key documents required for an advance ruling on valuation and their necessity. First is the invoice. The details the transaction value. Second is the contract or purchase order. It verifies the terms of sale. Third is the product specifications. Describes the goods in detail. Fourth is the freight and insurance documents that support adjustments to the customs value. Number 6 is the alignment of the advanced ruling system with international trade agreements. The Philippine advanced ruling system aligns with the World Trade Organization, trade facilitation agreement, and regional agreements like the ASEAN Free Trade Area. It promotes harmonized practices, reduces barriers, and enhances regional economic integration by ensuring predictable and uniform application of customs rules. 7 is the potential disadvantages of the advanced ruling system for businesses. First is the time and cost. Preparing the necessary documentation can be resource intensive. Second is the limited scope. Rulings apply only to specific transaction and not to broader business operations. Third is the revocation risk. Changes in laws or regulations may invalidate rulings, causing uncertainty. Number 8 is the procedure for appealing an advance ruling decision. Appeals can be made to the Commissioner of Customs within 15 days of the ruling's issuance. If unresolved, the case can be elevated to the Court of Tax Appeals. The process requires submissions of supporting documentation and adherence to prescribed procedures. Number 9 is the implications of the non-binding nature of advance ruling on third parties. Advance rulings apply only to the applicant and specified transaction. Third parties cannot rely on the ruling as a precedent, which may limit its broader applicability and create inconsistencies across similar transactions. Last number is the impact of changes in customs laws or trade agreements on advance rulings. Amendments to customs laws or trade agreements may render existing advance rulings invalid. This underscores the need for businesses to stay updated on the regulatory changes and highlights of the importance of flexible planning in international trade operations. That's all, sir. Thank you.